Hello, my loves. So I've missed you, and today's video is actually gonna be all about how you definitely do not need to do any emotional processing. So if you've been part of the quote unquote spiritual community for a while, you might have heard this idea that you need to process emotions, that you need to regulate your nervous system. And ever since this channel started, it was about my crusade against regulating nervous system and feeling that you had to process emotions and do inner work and shadow work in order to manifest the life of your dreams. And as you've deepened into this journey and quote unquote journey, because you've always there and you are always now, and you're always the knowing and the now, you've also realized how this even logically doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So the whole premise that in order for you to manifest your desires, you need to have a regulated nervous system is completely flawed from the basis that the whole premise that the manifestation is possible is because the physical reality is completely moldable and an illusion. And that, my friends, would also include the very much 3D, quote unquote 3D nervous system, the quote unquote 3D sensations, emotions that appear in awareness, that appear within your awareness as awareness. So you've seen my slide before, and this is just, again, a very visual representation of what the fabrics of reality are. And for you to fully understand this logically and more than anything, verify it for yourselves. So today's video is going to focus around sensations, which from a dual concept might have been referred to as emotions. But now that we've verified that we are in a non-dual reality where you are the whole reality, there's only oneness, because that's what non-duality means, then emotions, which include duality of good and bad, would fully disappear and hence would be completely redundant and would dissolve completely the quote-unquote requirement of having to process, of having to handle any emotion in the first place. Because again, they do not exist. It's just a label. It's just a sensation appearing within awareness. So just a little bit of a reminder, just a little bit of a reset on this slide that we've seen before. Non-duality, which is this final destination to this quote-unquote spiritual journey that you've been giving yourself, points to oneness, points to you as God, as the one reality, as the only thing. Non-duality, essentially, it's the antonym, it's the contraposition of it's another synonym of saying oneness. It's non-duality is the negative of duality, which means there's only one, right? There's no dual. There's only one oneness, one reality, one life, one existence, one God, one being, one awareness, one consciousness, of which everything is made of and of which everything is. Hence, if there's only oneness and there's only this one thing, you are God and everything is God, because there's no separation, there's no duality, there's nothing else but this God, this one awareness that is you. And this one awareness role plays and pretends and acts to be a human being, to be a character. But notice, and it's very clear also on the slide, that this human character, this human being is a character, it's a role, it's still the being. So there's a commonality on these two options of either God being, sitting in being, resting as being, seeing itself as being, just being, or God role-playing, pretending, acting to be a human being. What then occurs is that with quote-unquote 3D reality being a reflection of yourself, so this reality being an illusion which is constantly, instantly reflecting back who you're being in, and that's where this dotted line is used to exemplify and visualize this reflection, this eternal now moment that is now, that is only now, because there's no other moment than now, and we verify this. will reflect back either you as a human being, which will reflect back a fictitious separation, a fictitious duality, a fictitious lack, a fictitious linear time, with character thoughts, with for example, a desire or a thought of positive, negative, or character sensations such as emotions, wind, sound, taste that they label, or separate forms, example, body or the fulfilled desire itself, all of them as forms appearing in this now moment because there's only now. So now that we are clear, again, that it is only in the human being, it is only in this fictitious character that is being role-played as you, as God, that sensations appear in this now moment, and they're labeled as emotions. You see that everything around the character, it has a different color. It's not this blue color. It's like a pale greenish color. That's because it's not the truth. It's fictitious. It's an illusion. What does illusion mean? Illusion means that it's not what it appears to be. But you don't fight illusions. You see illusions clearly as an illusion. And seeing that clearly, it's what dissolves the illusion in the first place. It's what dissolves the illusion of separation in the first place. You don't fight it. And even if it's self, you don't have to dissolve it either, because it's always now, and it's always you, and it's always the perfection and bliss and wholeness that you're always being as God. But you see it clearly as the clarity of God being God. All right? So, back to the point around emotional processing emotions, regulating emotions, regulating yourself. It's not required because it's just part of the illusion. It's just a reflection of you as God, of your true form as source, of your true form as awareness, role-playing as a human character that then reflects back these sensations, these emotions into reality, which, since there's no separation, there isn't awareness here and the character there. There's just you as awareness, as God, role-playing, which would reflect back a sensation of for example, a quote-unquote negative emotion, or will reflect back to you just a sensation, and you will just not label it, and it will just appear whole, perfect, and complete as part of you, not separate from you. Thoughts, sensations, forms are all you, because there's nothing else than you, are just all made of awareness, appearing within awareness. The illusion of separation, the illusion of lack, the illusion of duality appears when this same awareness role plays, pretends, acts to be a character, a human character. And just like characters, it's fictitious, it doesn't exist. What's a character? And we've got this other green pale explaining a character is just the consolidation of a character's thoughts, aka for example a desire, a character's sensations, for example they label it as an emotion or as voice, and a body, which it's not even the character's body, but you will consolidate it, which is just the form appearing now. Thoughts, sensations, forms are all made of awareness. They're all of awareness. It's just the role-playing that creates the illusion of duality, and it's completely fictitious. So no need to regulate emotions, no need to regulate your nervous system, no need to control thoughts, no need to control your mind, because as a reminder, there's only you, there's only awareness, there's only God, and there's only this now moment, which all of what I'm saying, it's verifiable by you in this very now moment. You verify it by sitting without a thought. Without a thought, there's just isness. There just is. There's no separation. There's only you. There's only awareness appearing within awareness. There's just seeing, thinking, tasting, feeling, which is just you're the actor, you're the acting, you're the verb. There's only you. You cannot separate the seeing from awareness. You cannot separate the listening from awareness. There's only awareness. And that's verifiable. And the same occurs with time. There's no other moment than now. if you sit without a thought, try to go back to the past, try to go back to the future, it's impossible. And furthermore, there's only now, but since sitting without a thought, nothing is happening either. The moment that now appears, it disappears. Nothing is appearing either. So there's only now and nothing has ever occurred. All right. So even the concept of having to process an emotion would imply linear time, which you verify right now that there's only now. So the concept of becoming, the idea of becoming, of evolving, would only be stabilized or come from a human being that perceives this illusion of time. And again, this is not good or bad. This is a character that you, as the perfection, God, fulfillment, wholeness that you are, is just role-playing. It is in the scene clearly that the character doesn't exist. And when you stop role-playing as the character, when you are seeing yourself clearly as awareness, when awareness sees itself clearly as awareness, when God wants to know itself as God, despite always knowing it's God, and wants to give itself the experience of learning and remembering that they're God, that you see all of this clearly, and the whole thing, quote unquote, stabilizes. But there's no need to stabilize anything because there's only now. So by you now listening to this video, it's essentially God giving itself the experience of remembering it. That's all that is happening. Awareness, God wants to give itself the experience of being aware that they are aware that God is aware of being God. That's all it's occurring. And if we're going to go deeper, there's actually no one here because there's just God, there's just awareness. There's no body, there's no thought. There's just awareness experiencing itself within awareness. God experiencing itself within God from all of these different perspectives, because God, awareness, consciousness is not located in space nor time. Again, this becomes verifiable by you when you're able to sit without a thought, and you verify that there's no time by sitting without a thought. You verify that there's no separation by sitting without a thought. There's just you. There's just oneness. There's just isness. And you verify that there's nothing missing by sitting without a thought. There's the wholeness, perfection, completion that you already are as God, as the whole of reality, as life. Whatever word resonates with you is the right word. That's the reason why we refer to God as reality, as perfection, as fulfillment, as wholeness, as I am, as being, because it's all God. All right? I love you so, so much.